Okay, Mr. Satish, are you able to listen to me? Mr. Satish? Okay. Do you have a mic option as well with you?
If you want to speak anything, just click.
Uh, can you please speak something because we are unable to hear your voice?
Just click talk button and
Yeah, please click the talk button on your left corner,
bottom.
bottom corner. Not the this is the raise hand option. The next to it is the talk button. Can you just click on it and speak? Okay, okay. Then you can use chat method only to raise your questions maybe.
Cell phone.
No, it's
Can I
actually
try?
you are able to hear us, right? Maybe the problem is at your end.
Click talk button.
There is a talk button in the left side. If you click on that, sir, you would be able to speak. Click on the talk button and then it should get shaded a little bit. And after that, you should speak. Now you clicked on the talk button.
Clicked.
Okay. Now you try to speak.
Next to it, there's something called hands free.
Hands free.
Hands free.
Click on hands free.
Just hands free is only for registered. If there are questions, just click talk button and
Okay.
I think their mic is not working.
Maybe so your mic is not working.
Volume on the.
No, we'll open. No, we'll open Q&A box.
Okay.
After your presentation is over, we'll open the Q&A box. We'll type the question and send it. You just read and do the control.
Ask Dr. Rajshekhar.
Just
Mr. Raj Shekran, are you able to hear us? Mr. Raj Shekran? Uh, can you please try and speak also? Maybe we can see if it's possible for us to hear from your side as well.
click hold button.
Click on the talk button and then speak through the mic.
We've already given you the control, sir.
Control has been already given. Please try to speak, sir, and then we can validate it.
Yes, Mr. Rajashekharan.
Can you speak, talk?
We can just have.
Better we can see first after presentation we'll open one Q&A box. Okay, they will type the question and proceed.
Or should we have a bridge or something? Or
I think there's some problem at your end that we are unable to hear your voice. So at the end of the presentation, uh, we can uh, we can have a question answer session through chat. Fine. So I'll just start with the session. And I'm Uma. I spoke to you yesterday regarding an employability bridge that the CII Tamil Nadu Education Panel has come up with. We know that there is a lot of scope in industry as to absorb the graduates and graduates in a very well manner, but somewhere there is some problem called skill gap. So in the education panel meet held on 28th of May, we decided to bring about a bridge that takes care of all the skill gap that is there between the graduates and the potential employees. So I have Sambhalavanan Ramachandran from Search for Technologies, who will brief you about the CII's employability bridge. Purely a CII initiative that is provided to all the member colleges for enhancement. At the end of the session, we would like your feedback on as to how useful and how well it can be implemented in your organization. Uh, may I ask Mr. Ambalavanan to take over?
good afternoon, everybody. This is Ambal. Uh, Thanks for joining with us for this webinar. And so hope you are all able to hear my voice properly. Now, as Uma was saying earlier, uh, if there is any questions at any point, feel free to type it in the question box in the chat, and then we will answer. I will answer it right away. So we don't need to wait for till the end of the presentation for you to ask any questions on this. In terms of what I'm going to cover today is first we're going to give a background information about why this employability bridge idea was started off, and we'll give you overview about the bridge in terms of what are the various players involved and how all of them work together for this. And finally, we will talk about what are the type of how it works, and then also the type of employability training programs that are envisioned as part of this initiative. The starting point for this was the CII TN Education Panel meeting that was held on May 28, where the representatives from the institutions like yours were present, and as well as the representatives from the organizations were present. On the one end, the institutions were saying the students are not aware of what are the expectations that industry has in terms of the employability skills, in terms of behavioral as well as on the technical. The colleges are saying the students are attending all kind of language, programming language training courses and all those different types of things. But it is not clear what is expected from the industry side and what are the opportunities available. And also there are a lot of feedback in terms of the lack of ability for the students to find opportunities to do for projects and internship, which is aimed for the students to get practical exposure. But most of the time, the students end up buying projects from outside and using it. And this is one side on the institution side. On the other side, the companies were saying that there is a lot of opportunities available in not only in the software field, there are opportunities available in manufacturing and other hospitality and other domains. But the students were not kind of interested or not interested in those type of things. They're also not aware of those opportunities. And also particularly the SMEs and MSMEs were saying that all the students were not interested in working in a smaller organization. Everybody wants to join bigger organization. Yes, I agree. Industry has to say really what they want very specifically. So that is one of the feedback that was coming back. So this is the feedback from the education panel committee. So based on post this meeting, what really happened is like more decided to kind of look into building some sort of platform or some sort of arrangement where all the industries, institutes, students can collaborate together. So more analysis was done on that, and so there was an engineering graduate skills gap survey that was done in last year, November 2009. It was conducted by World Bank, and there are about 150 Indian companies participated were surveyed. And some of the key skills I'm just getting a feedback from Mr. Purushothaman stating that the industry specified the training programs needs to be done in the third year itself. Yes, that was one of the recommendations that we have. Further down, when we look at the training program, that was the recommendation, the approach, the timelines that was looked into. So we will get there also. So in terms of the key skills that were identified during this survey was reliability in the sense the commitment for the students to stay with the organization for a longer time, and the interest for the students to learn, and communication as one of the key things, and on all the behavioral side. On the technical side, they were kind of finding it out that the students are not aware of the practical knowledge. Like they're not expecting the students to be aware of everything, but more in terms of at least how, say for example, if it is a manufacturing student, they should at least know what is a job card or how a production planning happens, what is there in shop floor, all those type of some of the basic things in terms of the industry awareness was lacking. And similarly, problem solving and design related skills. And interestingly, the National Skill Development Council also has done a lot of analysis. Okay, so this the National Skill Development Council also have done a lot of analysis in terms of, they have come up with a detailed report in terms of what is the people HR requirement across different industries. So they have prepared a detailed report across the various roles, freshers, experienced, and sales, marketing, and all the different lines. What are all the people needs that they have for IT, ITS, manufacturing, automotive, textile, hospitality, like that. All these reports were published few months back. And if you look at a lot of those reports, there is a huge required need for people. Like, for example, the IT industry needs about 7.5 million people additional by 2022. And similarly, for automotive industry, it needs about 25 million people are required by 2016. So there is a huge need for the industry in terms of the people, both in the freshers as well as the experience. So with these, the CA employability bridge concept was formalized, and what it basically provides is it will be an online portal where all the students, from academic institutions, students will be signed up into that, and so where the companies, the CAA member companies, the CAA has around 1,400 companies in Tamil Nadu itself, and the CAA member companies will sign into the portal, and they will kind of explain, they will share what are the different competencies or skills that they are looking for on different roles. So it will be kind of standardized. Say manufacturing engineer, to give an example, I'll go down further. So there, the industries will specify, for example, so this is an example of a sample competency map for a manufacturing engineer. So the industry would say a manufacturing engineer should have these 3-4 behavioral competencies: communication, teamwork, continuous learning, and analytical thinking. And in these 4, what do they expect in terms of detailed description? And in terms of the technical side, they would say that the person needs to know about ability to interpret manufacturing diagram. Yeah, I'll come to the training part further down. That will also be covered. It will be basically on-site as well as in-class. It will be a combination of in-class plus e-learning. So the starting point for this bridge is to kind of have, there will be standardized competency map for each roles. This, what we have put here is only for as a sample. We have put for software engineer, manufacturing engineer, and marketing executives. So for example, if you take marketing executive, the marketing person needs to know market intelligence analysis, how to do that, what is marketing communication, and all those different aspects. So the whole idea is the employers, if you look at here, the employers will define the knowledge, skill, and abilities based on industry-specific competencies. So this will be the starting point for the So this will be the starting point for the students for the employability bridge. Once that standard definitions were done, then after that there will be different types of training programs that will be geared for this. So the type of the training programs that has been envisioned is broadly categorized into 2 major areas. One is on the behavioral side, and another one is the the domain specific or technology specific one. And in terms of the behavioral, it is again broken down into communication and the other professional traits like teamwork, how do you work in a team, problem solving, what is the self-management, and all those aspects. So as you can see, these training programs, the whole idea is there will be standardized training programs that will be available for the behavioral part as well as for the domain. So if it is manufacturing, there will be a manufacturing engineer, manufacturing domain specific training program. And similarly, if it is IT, there will be IT specific. And if it is, for example, semiconductor industry, there will be something for semiconductor industry, electronics related ones. So the totally there will be about the training programs are conducted using combination of in-class. Yes, we will be able to share the presentation as well as some of the NS National Skill Development reports. We will be able to send it out separately with you. That's not a problem. So we'll do that. So the training programs are conducted. Ideally, the training programs had to be conducted during the 6th semester of the students, engineering students, so that it is basically before they get into the final year, they go through the learning in terms of the business as well as the behavioral as well as the technical one. And since we are launching it in this year, we are targeting to have these training programs conducted for the 7th semester students to start off with in the probably towards later part of August is when it is planned to be launched, the in-class as well as the online learning. See, one of the whole idea is in order to kind of make it scalable and also kind of leverage the making advantages of the online aspect. So the whole program has been envisioned with the in-class as well as self-learning. So the whole idea is like the students will come and attend the in-class program, and then they will be given some of the assignments and exercises, self-learning, which they need to complete it by the next one. So after they complete during the duration of the employability training, they'll take a lot of self-assessment tests and other things to kind of regularly know about the strengths and weakness and go through the learning. At the end of this, the employability training, there will be a certification that will be provided by CII, which will basically, there will be a standard assessment test, one on the behavioral side, and there will be specific on the particular domain. So if it is a manufacturing, there will be a manufacturing specific test like that. Yeah, practical difficulties. So the whole idea, how it is being envisioned is I was just, let me just quickly go back to the various components of it. So there will be an online portal where the students sign in and they go through the learning and other aspects, and the companies will share what are the competencies that they are looking for, and also the companies will post their different campus requirements that they have, as well as any internship or project opportunities which they have. And all the students who are enrolled in that would be able to kind of apply for, after they go through the learning, they can apply for those jobs as well as the internship things. And once if the companies are interested, then it will be taken as an offline thing in terms of the further interview and other processes. And other key aspect is this will also provide a skill certification will be provided by CII, which would be recognized by the different industries which are part of this bridge. So the training period, what we are expecting it to be done is, it has to be done in a different model for different colleges, and broadly speaking, it will be done over on a Saturday or a Sunday. It will be done as a 4 hours or 8 hours full day program. So which will be spread over a period of say, it will totally spread over a period of about 3 to 4 months. And if the students are available, we can kind of have it even conduct some of these training programs as a 2-day, can be done in 2 days in a block, or it all will be done depending upon the specific college need. And in terms of the training that is going to be provided, there will be a standard curriculum for the behavioral as well as for the domain-specific training. And again, when we talk about domain-specific training, it is not going to talk about, it is not going to be a replica of what is already taught in the college. And for example, if you just take the software, it is not this training is not going to teach them students about Java programming or .NET programming or those type of things. It is more about what is the common expectations that industry has on the technical side. So what is software development lifecycle, how project works are done in the industry, and things like that. So it is not more, it is not related to specific skill development. So the so once the courses and everything is standardized, the CAI's training partners in different areas in Tamil Nadu, they will be the delivery part of it. The in-class training would be done by the CAI's training partners, will be conducting it the in-class as well as for the technical as well as the domain specific. This will be done through the BA course while they are in the college. This is not post. Yeah, 6th. This will be done this year. Now to start off with, we'll be doing it for the 7th semester. And from the next January, it will be kind of done for the 6th semester. So ideally, it will be start of 6th semester. And some of the behavioral part, like communication and other things, it may be starting off in the 2nd year itself. So it can be started off. And some of the colleges, when we talked in Chennai, nearby places, they expressed that they wanted to kind of spread it out starting from the 2nd year. 2nd year, they want to have some of the behavioral part. Give them project. In terms of giving projects or teamworks, some of the participating companies will try to give, if they have project openings and other things, that will be provided to the students. And does that answer your question, Mr. Purushothaman? Does it answer your question or? Okay. So these are the benefits of the bridge for the academic institutions. It basically provides industry-specific learning as well as in-class training. And then also it will enable some of the industry visits and in-plant training for students. And it will prepare them for the employability skill certification. And then they get opportunity to university visa. It's basically
sir, the students
got started because of
are unable to get industries connectivity, sir.
Meeting that was held on May 28.
The role of CAI should be in vast.
From the industry.
They should involve and they should be able to get the student connected, sir. It is the foremost requirement, sir.
From the different institutes. So based on all, though they are all have
sir, can you able to hear
in that, and so based on all the people's feedback, this initiative has been taken up by CAI.
Sir, the students getting industry exposure, students getting exposure in industry while they are studying is very difficult, sir. Hello?
It's not well coordinated. The issue is coordination, sir. Coordination, willingness from industry side, particularly the timing and disturbing their line job production. No, there are a lot of issues that we'll have to address, and they have to be trained also. Industry experts are also required to be trained.
Can you just repeat the question,
They go impatient. Of course, again it goes with the character, students' behavior, their behavior, interrelation. So lot is required to be done. That's why I said that we should start right from school days. School children, we should start slowly educate them. It's actually molding them, no, the character, behavior, attitude. So a lot of such issues come, and we can't just to do that at the college level. So industry and universities, colleges should start working on students, and perhaps in another 3 to 5 years we can really transform Tamil Nadu, sir.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Okay, great. So the point well taken, and so one of the key things that we are trying to do through this is to have these technical training. Say, for example, the example which you talked about, the manufacturing. The problem is right now, when the students go for any industry visits or other things, they are not aware of what is there's no briefing done to them in terms of explaining how a manufacturing plant is and what are the various pieces involved from a person who is from the industry. So the whole idea was this: all these technical training programs that have been envisioned would be conducted by people who have worked in the industry for 10 years, 15 years, who are into kind of getting into the training. So it will be done by them. So the idea is to have the students exposed to all the different aspects. So through a 5-day kind of a program where the students are walked through what is the production planning, what is the quality control, how it happens, what is purchasing, what is sourcing, all these different aspects are explained to the students from the industry perspective, how it really happens, and what are the various roles that are. One of the key problems that are facing in the industry is nobody wants to go into particularly manufacturing. Everybody wants to be in the engineering design side. Nobody wants to go to the shop floor. Nobody wants to go to the quality control. They feel that job is not fit for them. They feel it is below their dignity or something like that. So the training program will try to explain to them how critical all these different roles are and how it is important for the students to kind of take up any type of role, whether it is a shop floor, whether it is a quality control or engineering design, production planning. It's important for them to take up and then learn that, and then you have to learn all the different aspects. So the training program will kind of cover the different roles that are in that particular industry, and what are the different competencies that are required, and how it is important for you to not just get hung up on only one type of role in an industry. So if you take software, people want to only do software development. Nobody wants to do in the infrastructure side or testing or storage. There are so many different areas available, but everybody wants to do only software programming without knowing what it is. So these training programs are geared towards kind of exposing the students on these aspects. And once the students are kind of brief them through these technical, this 5-day, 6-day training program that they go through. After that, when you schedule a industry visit for the same set of students to go to the industry, they would be more appreciative of the what it is, and they would be able to see in real life what they learned, what they were told during the technical training programs. So some of these aspects which we are talking about in terms of the addressing the companies not allowing the students to come for industrial visit and things like that, some of those would be addressed through this initiative. But again, it need to say will try to get the member companies to let them students come. The students who are participating in this initiative, who have gone through some of these technical training, we can let them go and visit the companies and get some hands-on practical exposure. So that is kind of envisioned as part of the, that's a long-term, that is a goal that is, yeah, industry might want incentive is, one of the incentives that we are providing for the industries is we are providing the trained, skilled workforce for the industries. The industries are being, we are, say is going and asking the industries in advance, what is the competency they are looking for, and getting those details and sharing it with the institutes and having the students trained on those competencies, and then they do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is. Mr. Bala, your mic is enabled now. Mr. Bala?
No, I just said thank you.
Yeah, you can speak. You can speak, sir. I'm not able to hear anything, Mr. Bala. I heard only the noise. Oh, okay, okay, okay. So that's the. Yeah. See, one of the key things that we looked into in the panel, and one of the key topic that was discussed is when we are discussing about this whole employability gap and industry things, like a lot of people gave feedback in terms of the whole syllabus need to be revisited. There's a lot more need to be done, and so those are all. That requires much more effort, and those are all the strategic things. Those type of things, as there's the example that you were talking about, government should bring a legislation. Those are the longer term things which CAI will take it up through the panel and then provide representation to different committees and people and take it up. But in terms of this concept of this employability bridge was something that we wanted to do something that is tactical in nature, which can address the problem in the near future. So if you are doing something like, if you launch this, say, by August end, and if you are able to have, say, 1,000 students trained and then help them to get good placement, internship, and things like that, that would be something that we can measure in the immediate future. So the whole target for the employability bridge is to address the tactical thing and show some results. And so that was the whole idea. That's why we wanted to kind of keep the focus on these aspects, and the other aspect in terms of the course syllabus changes and other things need to be taken up at a larger space, and that will need to be done in a different area. In terms of overall can you explain, you mentioned outsource minor production to, you're talking about manufacturing industry? When you say minor production, you're talking about Mr. Purushothaman? Sir, so now in terms of, I would like to get feedback from all of you in terms of the applicability of this in your college and the willingness of the students to participate in this type of the employability, this participation in this whole employability bridge. If each one of you can share your feedback in terms of in those lines.
What you have said is great, but if you really look at it, Anna University, as I mentioned earlier in the text, expects the college to have 450 hours of contact classes per semester. Now, to cope with that, colleges have difficulty. They have classes conducted on Saturdays, etc. In addition to that, if we have to give skill development program and expect the students to come there even on a Sunday, it's going to be a little bit difficult. Why don't we include VCs of the big universities and technical universities specifically to join us in this initiative, so they can tweak, if not the curriculum, permit at least 2 months or 1 month time where industries can interact with the institutions depending on the local region. I'm from Trichy, so maybe BHEL can work with colleges here for a 1 month duration. Get all the engineering colleges in the region to work with BHEL for a month. Initiatives which are more broken down to the region and include the VCs where industry plays an important part in the curriculum.
Okay. Okay.
Support you in the initiative. Whatever you're doing is great. That's why we are members of CII, even though we are not an industry. We are an educational institution, but still we are part of CII. It is very much needed that we work with industries, but in a larger context, unless you get the VCs, the universities to work with us as part of CII, where the curriculum really does not have this employability gap. Why is it always based on marks rather than knowledge? I mean, that's the largest context that you need to address.
Okay.
Otherwise, we can go on over the same thing every year and we will never reach that, bridging the gap. You will always have a gap.
Sure. 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 Correct. Bridging. Correct. Since this is this employability training. According to the NASSCOM, the interviews can happen only from the 8th semester. So sometime in December is when the companies can visit all the NASSCAM companies. I know that some of the companies like Ericsson and some of those companies which are not NASSCAM members are coming up now itself, but all the NASSCAM companies will come only in the 8th semester. So also the manufacturing and other companies, some of the companies are start the recruitment say around September, October, November time frame is when a lot of the companies are starting. So this we wanted to get it started in the later part of third week of August and get started in the August month, such that like we can have the students trained by October time frame. I guess the exams, semester exams also will come up in the November time frame. So basically between this has to be done in the September, October time frame. Some of these pieces has to be covered such as students are trained and then prepared for the interviews that may come up later. Since this model involves the in-class training program by the training partners and some of these trainings provided, self-learning and certification being involved, there is a financial cost also involved per student. I wanted to kind of know from in your region, what would be the paying capacity for students to participate in these type of training program, which involves about close to 90 hours of in class plus close to about 100 hours of self-learning, combined with at the end it gets some certification and then the opportunity for them to apply for jobs as well as exposure to the industry. So I'd like to hear feedback from all of you in terms of the financial capability for the student to pay for this type of things. If the colleges, if your college would be willing to absorb part of the student cost, or because some of the colleges absorb this type of training student cost partly and partly it is done by the paid by the students. When you say without institutions participation, can you please clarify that, sir? Because this is going to be, this is involves institutions. This involves institutions as well as the only the institution signs up, then the students from that institution can enroll in that. It is not directly going to reaching out to the students. It's through the institution only. So one of the key aspects is it doesn't it provides them opportunity to expose them the opportunities that are available and the ability to apply for that and then go through the interview and things like that. It doesn't mean that they're guaranteed. It's not like a guaranteed employment thing. It's basically facilitates them, prepare them well for the job and give them the guidance and then provide them with the opportunities, and it's up to the students how actively he participates in the learning, how actively he takes it up was what decides whether the student gets a job or not. But if the students are participating actively, that would be definitely a possibility because that's what the companies were saying. The students are not kind of interested in taking up with the smaller companies. We have openings, things like that. Any other feedback on the, if a student has to pay for these type of training programs, how much a student would be able to pay for this in terms of the financial numbers? Any thoughts on that, sir? So in principle, if we launch it towards the uh, later part of August, all of you are kind of agreeing that there will be participation from the students from your colleges.
We're able to hear you. I cannot answer for the rest of the group. In our institution, this is just the second year, so they would be in the third and the fourth semesters and wouldn't really fit your bill. That's why I'm keeping quiet.
Okay. Oh, okay. 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 Thanks. Yeah, one of the things we can explore is some of the soft skill related training. We can look into introducing it in the second year itself. The soft skills, that way we can focus on some of the soft skills from the second year, and then these training programs are done over a period of 2 years time frame. In the sense, second year some of the behavioral part, and third year we can focus on the technical and advanced professional attributes. So, okay, great. Any feedback from other colleges? Tomorrow morning, the education panel committee is meeting again in Chennai in the CA office. Tomorrow, the detailed plan is going to be presented to the education panel, and with all the feedback from you, as well as from this particular group, as well as from the other colleges, and based on those discussion tomorrow, we will kind of come up with the launch plan, and when it is going to be launched. All those details will be finalized post tomorrow's meeting. Okay, if there are any other no other questions, that we can conclude the session. I'll probably, yeah, if there is any clarifications or any questions you want, please contact Ms. Uma. You have her email address and the contact details. Yes. Yes, sir. We'll definitely do that. I'll pass it on to Uma to kind of conclude the session.
Thank you, Mr. Ambal, and thank you all for participating. We would like to have your feedback on this initiative as well. In case you want some other clarification as well, you can reach me on my mail ID, that is uma.c@cii.in, as well as on this number of 42444555. That's all. Thank you so much.